Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. Today I want to chat with you guys about the one really negative thing about inflation that I don't really hear people talking about. Long title here. I really want to chat with you guys about this today and get your opinion. Let's get right into it. I was talking to my husband about this too, and I got some really good feedback from him that I hope I remember to share because it's really good. But I was doing some research. The average American is spending about $709 more a month on their overall expenses than they did 2 years ago. So since 2022 to 2024, that's a lot. So if your expenses have increased, you have to do one of a few things, and people are doing different things. So the first thing people do, and I've seen several people do this, they pick up a side hustle to make the extra money, which can be really positive. I love that idea. The second is they go into debt. The debt right now that people have is a lot higher than it was several years ago. So people are putting a lot of things on their credit card. So that is not a good thing because, they'll end up, creating too much debt and really get themselves into trouble with that. And then the third thing, which sounds positive, but I want you to hear the downside to this, is people start cutting out services. So we'll use somebody as an example. We'll say it's me. Let's pretend I'm single and I make okay money at my job. I make maybe I make $55,000 a year and I'm living comfortably, but I noticed that, I didn't want to have a home, so I'm in a one-bedroom apartment, and, it was reasonable, and all of a sudden my rent was around $1,200 a month for a really cute, nice one-bedroom, and all of a sudden now it's $1,600 a month. My car insurance has gone up, all my services have gone up, my health insurance has gone up, all of these types of things, and, places where I go, like restaurants, groceries, everything has gone up. Well, let's say that I save and I invest and I try to always put money aside, but I also try to have a balanced life and enjoy the fruits of my labor in a modified manner. Maybe I go out to eat on Friday nights with friends that I enjoy doing. Maybe I do get my hair done and my nails done because I'm working in a professional business office, so I always want to look nice. I have a dog, and because I work quite a few hours, I have that dog groomed rather than me doing it. You get what I'm saying. So what happens if this person is responsible and they don't want to go into debt? They can either make some more money or they can cut back on expenses. So this person will say, it's me. Maybe they only go out to eat now once a month. They groom their dog themselves, so they cut the groomer out. They do get their hair done, but they no longer get pedicure or manicure, so they no longer do that service. We'll say they had cable TV to watch some fun programs. They decided they're giving the programs up. They cut the cable cord, so that saves money. I do think saving money and reallocating your budget are fabulous, but there is a little downside to this, and that's what I was speaking to my husband about. So you've got all these people that are making cuts on this. What ends up happening is you have that local restaurant that's maybe a fabulous place, less people are going there, which means they don't need as much staff, which means you've got layoffs and maybe even businesses close because of that. And so you have what I call less consumption, which could lead, and I'm not an economic expert, guys. Always do your own research, I'll say that. I'm just giving my mere opinion here, okay, guys, of what I could see as a domino effect. You could end up having deflation because of less consumption, which could also be negative. Another thing that many people don't realize is I do think frugality can be wonderful, but I think that and I'm going to do another video about finding balance with all this because it can be a challenge. I do think that it can have some low morale. So take somebody that works really hard and lives a modified frugal life, but they do enjoy the fruits of their labor. If expenses keep going up and they need those expenses, in other words, they can't cut some of these things down, such as your car insurance, and they've looked around, they haven't found anything cheaper. The rent, they haven't found anything cheaper, so they kind of have to go with what they have. Then, it's kind of what I feel like can happen is you end up getting low morale, a little bit depressed because you just feel like, you want to have something to look forward to. Yes, we can look forward to things that don't cost money. I'm not saying that. But I've always believed in balance. I've never believed extremism in any form for anything. And I've kind of noticed that a lot of people aren't talking about this, that with all this inflation, that many people may be cutting back on a lot of these services, and so it ends up hurting people that are out in that business world. So it may be even hurting one of you. For example, you may work at a local store, and maybe you used to get 35 hours a week and you're doing good, and now because people aren't shopping as much, they've cut your hours to 15 a week. And maybe that side hustle you used to do to make extra money isn't available because there's just not simply enough work, because not enough people are putting money out in the economy and getting the economy moving, if that makes sense. So what is the answer to all this? I want to hear from you guys in the comments below on this. I think that this would be a really good video. I almost kind of wish I did a live on this, because I'd love to get your feedback on this and what you think about this subject. That's all I have to say, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this. I love you, I appreciate you, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye-bye now.